Good morning. Welcome to a national holiday event, a special report from BKP. And good morning from the office. What many are treating like a national holiday. I wanted to come on and do my news. We should have got the old ticker sound behind me. And breaking news, folks. Mueller report. Anyhow, I'm your host. It's 59 degrees. It's nice and cool out. I'm enjoying this weather. I did get trapped. I did, Josh, last week, in a weather climate event. Heat index 117, a weather climate event. 59 degrees in Ellijay, Georgia. Here's how you get in touch with us. Right there, put it on the screen, 706-889-9700. Leave this on the screen while I say something. Okay, I want to welcome our liberal viewers. I'm serious. According to the Facebook posts that are going around, it looks like there may be a couple liberals assigned to this show, okay, to check it out, to monitor what we are saying. So I want to welcome them if they are here. Welcome aboard. Really do. Now, I want to tell my joke of the day, Josh. Is this wrong? I mean, you know how when somebody calls in sick for work, you don't know if they're telling the truth? I mean, I don't mean that like, all right, don't everybody around here get worked up. But, you're the boss. I'm sick, boss. I got tickets to the ball game. He don't know it. I'm sick, boss. Yeah, right? And you get off the phone like, I know he's not telling the truth. He got tickets to the ball game. I know it. All right, good. Maybe I've done it. I don't know. Maybe Josh did it. Got to check on him. But anyhow, here's the point, right? So if you liberals out there, if a Democrat calls in sick for work, are they always telling the truth? Just say it. All right, moving right along. All right, Mueller report. We're going to talk about Erica Thomas again this morning. It's not that we're going over the top, but put the one picture up there, Josh, of Erica giving her angry black woman stare down point. Not her crying, the one where she's that's the attack Erica, all right? She is the face. She is now the face of the Georgia Democrat Party. She is the face. Much like the squad. What number is the squad? Okay? So give me this, and we'll get to it in just a minute. But number 22, they are the face, okay, of the National Democrat Party, right there, those women of color. What do you mean you don't have 21 and 22? Oh, I didn't send you those, did I? Josh just said, I don't have those. You stopped at 20. He is correct. So bear with me. This will take just a second. Oh, I know why now. I don't think I sent you the right page. Oh, I didn't. I don't think I sent you the right page, Josh. So here's some more. So hang with me. I might have sent Josh the wrong page. Oh, my gosh. I may be off on all the pictures, Josh. See if these are the ones. Stay with me. I am so sorry that you have to witness the fact that I may have not sent Josh the appropriate pictures for today's show. I may have sent him pictures from yesterday. And if I did, my sincere apology. And Josh, I'm telling the whole world that means you'll have to scrap yesterday's pictures and put these in. But did I do that? Did I send you the wrong ones? Okay, well, I apologize. Did I say that on a recorded line? All right, folks, now we're ready to go. Okay, much like, I sent you today's pictures. So much like just went in the wrong file. So let's get past it. Much like these ladies are the women of color that are the face of the National Democrat Party. Erica Thomas, go back to that picture if you can, and we'll have just a minute there. Erica Thomas, as she's chewing out Eric. Not that one. All right, well, I sent you a new one of them. So in another email. So Erica Thomas, let's get with that, is the new face of the Georgia Democrat Party. So we're going to do a whole segment on that. I don't want to hold that up. Now, Mueller. All right, Mueller report. All right, Josh, let's kill the recording, start a recording, so that a way we can put this up and leave all the messy stuff in the front later today on YouTube out. You ready? All right, the Mueller report. So today, let's go through a couple things, folks. There's going to be two committees. So let me tell you what's going to happen and put it together. Now, number one, it is not the Mueller report. We keep saying that, okay? The report actually is owned by you, the American people, number one, and it belongs to the Department of Justice. Now, the corrupt, what do I call them? I'll have it here in a second. I call them what was the hashtag I put out there? Hashtag the corrupt corporate media. The corporate corrupt media. So the corporate corrupt media, okay, has spun a narrative wanting to sell the Mueller report to the American people. And what they want to do, although this case is closed, it's finished, and nothing was found, and it's a total hoax, and it was an attempt to remove the President of the United States, and it failed. But if you'll take a minute, and I ask liberals out there, why can't you just take a minute and tell the truth? That's the only thing I want. And you're all going to go nuts over, oh, you gloss over Donald Trump said this, and you gloss over Donald Trump. No, I don't. No, I don't. I understand. But the Department of Justice, this is how this works, appointed a special counsel, gave them parameters of what they wanted reviewed and investigated, asked them to assemble a report and return the report to them. All right, and I'm just saying this so you understand, because this truth will not get out. It will not get out anywhere. The Department of Justice under Jeff Sessions, you do understand the report was complete, not under Attorney General Barr, okay, under Jeff Sessions, which recused himself. He was the Department of Justice Attorney General. He recused himself. He put his assistant Attorney General, Rod Rosenstein, as I call him, in charge of this counsel report. The Justice Department, as boring as this is, I want to get this out because we're not going to break away from the Mueller report. I know what they're doing, and we'll talk about it. The Justice Department, the Department of Justice, then appropriated office space, appropriated a budget. When every month Mueller sent his bills up to the DOJ, they cut the checks out of the DOJ budget, mailed them to the attorneys, working investigators, whoever they are, that was working in the special counsel's department. Bills were paid by the DOJ. DOJ appointed Mueller. Mueller investigated under the guidelines of the DOJ, and then Mueller turned in his findings. All right, we keep calling it the Mueller report, okay? Maybe you may say the Starr report. I get it, but I want to be clear with the American people. He turned in his findings to the Department of Justice. They're not his. What would I say, Josh? Am I wrong? Is The Mueller report is possessive, right? And every time you hear, and that's why they do it on purpose, there's not a corrupt deep state media outlet that has sat down and told you it's the Department of Justice report. No, it's the Mueller report, they say. Now, let's go to number one, Josh. And thank you for clearing everything out, all right? Now, Robert Mueller sent the Department of Justice a letter or a note and said, what guidelines would you like for me to adhere? Now, this is not a quote, I don't have it up, but what guidelines would you like for me to adhere during this testimony? And what did Attorney General William Barr say? Stay within the scope of the report. Don't venture off. Don't say, although this is written, I may feel that this they just didn't look right. They were shifty-eyed that day, but that's what they said. You don't need to do that. Stay on the scope of the report and move along. Now, these are all things I just want to tell you. I heard all of this morning. Okay? So there you go, CNN, Robert Mueller to testify before Congress. Now, at 5 a.m. this morning, they had already assembled their round table over at CNN, and they were bringing them in. I'm going to tell you something. They are treating this like a national holiday. And the reason I opened up with my little joke, how many Democrats called in sick today to sit home and watch this, because if you called in sick today to sit home and watch this, you are sick, period. Okay? Sorry, now everybody's like, oh my God, he's so insensitive. So there you go, there's the group at CNN, Robert Mueller to testify before Congress. And then let me get this one. There's one, and they've brought it here over at MSNBC, number 6. They brought in Bill Kristol. I mean, they're bringing in the big guns. If you hate Trump, first check on their guest list for CNN and the deep state corporate corrupt media. Do you hate Trump? If you checked yes, go to number 2. If you didn't check yes on hating Trump, there's no reason to finish the questionnaire according to them. Okay, so over at MSNBC, number 6 there, they've brought in Bill Kristol. Oh my God, it's coming soon. Today at 8:30 a.m., Mueller testifies. There's one I want to get to I hope I sent you, Josh. Let's see, Mueller, number 19 at 5 o'clock this morning. First thing, MSNBC, Mueller's testimony, hours away. All right. Now, I did not send it to you, but what you are hearing, okay, what you are hearing out there that we want to debunk this lie is the department. Let's go to, it doesn't say, I thought it said it, but it's okay. Let's go to number 1, just to have the Attorney General up. So, Mueller is a private citizen. But he sent over, okay, he sent over a memo or letter to the DOJ and said, hey, how you want me to go, how you want me to approach this? This guy, the Attorney General, says, hey, just stay within the parameters of the report, right? Now, there's a big uproar in the media, okay, knowing that Robert Mueller understood protocol. Now, I'm not going to take up for Mueller, but he understood because although he is a private citizen today, he got his paycheck from the American people, came out of the Department of Justice, budget. Mueller does understand that all he did is create a report that belongs to the Department of Justice. Now, it does belong to the American people. You need to understand this is not Mueller's report. It's the Mueller report, very possessive, but it's not. It really, all of the bylines should read, Mueller to testify today on the DOJ Special Counsel report. That's what it should be called, DOJ Special Counsel report. He is special counsel. He did the report, belongs to the DOJ. Robert Mueller to testify today on the DOJ Special Counsel report. No, Mueller report. They want that in your brain. They never want that to stop. So what happens is the media's gone nuts and they've told everybody what? What did they tell everybody? Oh my God, Barr is trying to control Mueller. No. Mueller is a private citizen. He could say what he wants. Look what Sally Yates did. No, that's not what's happening here. Bob Barr, the Attorney General, said stay within the report. The reason that Mueller asked that question is Mueller knows that it's not actually his report. It belongs to the Department of Justice. And he is going to be reading, testifying, and being asked questions during his time as an employee of the Department of Justice. But they are spinning it a whole different way. How Bob Barr is trying to stop Robert Mueller from talking. All the above. For the liberals that may be watching and listening today, this is a total lie, okay? While your heads are spinning off about Donald Trump at a rally in Greenville, North Carolina, that some people chanted, send her back, why don't you take the time to realize, look at, investigate, review, read that this Mueller testimony today, and let's go back to let's go to number 7. And I'll explain this one. This is Robert Mueller. That this Mueller investigation is totally done over. Nothing happened. Nothing to see here. Why don't you put out the deep state, corporate, corrupt media? Why don't you put out that not one individual, they will roll the numbers. Look at how many people got indicted. Not one indictment, not one single indictment in this investigation. Paul Manafort, you name them. Not one indictment during this investigation came from the actual parameters of the investigation. Nobody's indicted, not one person, for collusion with the Russians during the 2016 campaign. Not one person is indicted in this campaign or this investigation for Russian interference into an election. Not one person is indicted during this surrounding the president for any kind of corruption pertaining to the election, pertaining to the Russians, pertaining to collusion and obstruction. Not one indictment. And we're going to tell you why they're doing this. We did it yesterday, but we're going to go a little over the top this morning on why this is happening today. Republicans, Mueller's investigation. 60% of Republicans from January to now think it was fair. Mueller was fair. 36% of Republicans think it's unfair. 22%. Why this poll? Because if 60%, if they lie to you and tell you that 60% of Republicans today think that Mueller's investigation is fair, was conducted fairly, was above board, did not have an entire stack of attorneys that are totally never Trumpers, we'll talk about that today, then when Democrats move further with saying we have enough out of this, it was done fair, Republicans agree it's fair, we've seen enough out of this to move forward with the impeachment. All right, Democrats have to save face here. So let me just go with this one really quick. We're going to take a break. We're going to probably piece these segments together, Josh, okay? And we're not going to go over to the Mueller report that starts, or the Mueller testimony that starts in 30 minutes, but let's go over to number 5. With Mueller on tap, Don McGahn becomes next target for House Democrats. We're going to explain that. And CNN, they just don't get it, folks. I'll tell you what, CNN, if you're listening, I'll come down and run the show. We'll flip that baby right around. I'll have your ratings through the roof. I mean, I'll make it a powerhouse. Top network, overnight. Just like that. They don't get it. Who did they bring in this morning? Oh my God, we'll go with this. CNN, they all doing the pregame. This is the damn Super Bowl to them, folks. This is the Super Bowl. National holiday for the deep state corporate corrupt media. Deep state corporate corrupt media. It's national holiday for them. Who does CNN bring in? Number 10. Now, I don't know. These are accusations. I could be wrong. It's my opinion. I wonder if Carl sobered up. It's my opinion. I wonder if he's curtailed his drinking habits. I don't know. Maybe he doesn't drink. But there's old Carl Bernstein. Look at that. 7:07 a.m. right out of the box. Man, we're bringing in the big guns. What do you expect to hear today, Carl? What questions will they ask? Watergate. Watergate. Yes, go for the impeachment. You think one day, I've said here that here's another one that they brought in. Number 12, CNN, 7:10. They put them on the same panel, folks. They're on the same panel. Robert Mueller to testify. John Dean. He's a CNN contributor now. John Dean. John Dean's a criminal. John Dean, right? White House counsel to Nixon, involved in the Watergate break-in. I think he was hoping that paperwork didn't implicate him in the DNC headquarters. Was it some prostitute ring or something? You ought to look a little closer at why John Dean was helping them. He wasn't just White House counsel. He was like, did you get the papers? Did you get the papers? Lord, we'll all be exposed. So this lowlife John Dean, they brought him in. Boy, they're getting all the big guns out right now. Let me see if I have the one picture I wanted. Maybe not. All right, we're going to take a break. And here you go, man. Mueller testimony number 19. Just hours away. Minutes now. We will not be breaking away. We're going to stay with this because we got to go to the next level of what the Democrats are trying to do with this day. And we'll explain it. I'm your host, BKP. Take a break.
Hello, my name is Chad Watkins. I'm the manager at Larry's Body Shop. We are a family-owned and operated business and have been serving the North Georgia area since 1978. We are located at 1216 Progress Road in LOJ, Georgia. Our shop specializes in collision repair and we work with all major insurance companies. Larry's Body Shop is ICAR Gold, the highest role of training recognized by the collision repair industry. It is estimated that only 10% of collision shops meet these standards. Our shop consists of state-of-the-art equipment such as laser measurement system, down-drive spray booth, spot and MIG welding equipment. All of our paints are mixed on-site so that we can guarantee your paint to match every time. I know that having an accident can be a stressful event. We take pride in making sure our customers are satisfied with the repair of their vehicles. Our waiting area is clean and comfortable with free Wi-Fi and refreshing beverages. So if you're in an accident, stop by and see us at Larry's Body Shop.
Ace is your healthful place for paint and home goods, tools, outdoor living, and lawn equipment. But did you know Ace Hardware of Blue Ridge is a little bit more? We have hunting rifles and accessories for your next hunting trip. We have Amish furniture imported directly from Ohio. And we have Ace Custom Woodworks for all your custom wood project needs, from cabinets to artwork. Ace Hardware of Blue Ridge. We have your new house in stock.
North Georgia Diamond is your source for diamonds in North Georgia.
Better days ahead. The summer savings are too hot to touch at Dave's Chevrolet in Jasper. And every Chevy truck has a red hot price, like new Colorado Crew Cabs, over $6,500 off, or new Silverado Crew Cabs, over $11,000 off. You won't find a hotter deal on a new Chevy truck anywhere else in Georgia. The summer savings event going on right now at Dave's Chevrolet in Jasper.
Better days ahead, Dave's Chevrolet.
Find new roads.
All right, we are back. I'm your host, BKP. Good morning from the office. We are North Georgia's only live online morning show, 8:30 this morning, 61 degrees. Show people how they can contact the show, Josh. Hey, right here. You can contact the show. There's the phone number, email address, and the social media way you can follow us. Now, it's 8:30. So what does that mean? Now, I'm not for sure. This is a simple one. Josh, maybe you can Google it for me. I'm not sure if Mueller is going before the House Judiciary Committee first and the Intelligence Committee in the afternoon. I'm not for sure. He's going to do 2 of them today. I'm not for sure if they all get 5 minutes to ask him questions. All right. And let's go with number 19. Put 19 up. Mueller testimony hours away. No, it is now. It's the moment they've all been waiting for. Okay. So Mueller's bringing a friend, a never-Trumper attorney that actually created the report because, as it's been said on some other shows, I think Rush has said it many times, Mueller didn't write the report. Actually, Mueller doesn't know what's in it. It'd be nice if somebody asked him if he read the report. You know, every single, everybody that comes on any show whatsoever, have you read the report? Have you read the report? Have you read the report? I would like to have somebody say, hey, have you actually read the report? I'm serious. So he's bringing somebody on that has read the report, that has all the notes, and they will ask him questions, and you'll see him lean over and some guy whisper, and then he'll say, I can only refer you to page 328. That's all I really can do. The bottom paragraph at 328. Could you read that for us, sir? Yes, I can read it. So anyhow, there you go. So that's what's happening here right now. All right, the Democrats put everything into this. There's a part, okay, let's use the face of the Democrat Party, number 22. All 4 of these young ladies, along with 90 more, we'll just say 94 voted for that crazy impeachment resolution on the floor, all right, 90, and all Democrats. But they have people, folks. They got a large, don't let them fool you. Nancy Pelosi is a nervous wreck. They have a large number that's ready to go with impeachment. Impeachment proceedings pay off for Trump. Even the Republicans, my opinion, even the Republicans that think, if it was 60%, Mueller didn't do a bad job with it. I mean, he didn't find anything. He didn't see anything. So obviously, boom, he didn't do a bad job. We're going to move on. See, what they're confusing that 60% of Republicans was, I would say a lot of Republicans say, hey, Mueller didn't do a bad job. We're done. It's over. Move on. They don't put that in there. Republicans say, there's nothing. So ask that question. Did Mueller find anything that you feel that the president is guilty of, should be charged crimes, high crimes and misdemeanors, and Republicans go up probably 90 in the high 90s or 88, 89%? No, nothing's there. So moving right along, you have the impeachment crowd. I mean, Tlaib Rashid has said we have to ratchet up impeachment. All 4 of these are yelling impeachment. Now, Ilhan Omar, don't forget, folks, once the investigations are done, she may not only be an illegal congresswoman, she may be in this country illegally. She may get sent back. Oh, absolutely. When the facts come in, this woman may not be in this country legally. She may not have obtained her asylum or her citizenship. She may have obtained both of them under false pretenses. So, anyhow, there you go. So they have put everything in that basket. And they're out there this morning, and they have to do this because, first of all, it's very simple. Very simple. Trump is either guilty or everything's a lie. Not a little bit, everything. Nothing. Let's put up the two evil ones on there. Number 9. Let's put them up real quick. Here's Joe and Mika this morning. Lawmakers prepare to question Robert Mueller. Did you find out which one he's going to first? All right, no problem. So, here's the thing. Mueller, the Democrats, everything's on it. Either everything they've said for 2 years is a lie, okay? I mean, they've not accepted every news cycle, Adam Schiff, Nadler, they all go on. The Fab Four, right there, the Fab Four, the Spice Girls, everything they say and do, they continue to run with the narrative that Russia did collude with the Trump campaign. They've never said there was no collusion. Everything they have said is the report proves obstruction. They've never backed off that. Not at all. They've got everything in this. This is an all or nothing for them. Because they can't say the coup didn't work and walk away. They can't say we made an attempt and left. Because you and I know the truth that this is the greatest coup attempt on a president of the United States of America in our history. And they're all involved. The deep state corrupt corporate media is involved. The deep state is involved. Okay? Everyone, the intelligence community was involved. Everything they could do, they hung everything. There's nothing. I know I'm being redundant. Somebody out there says every once in a while, stop repeating yourself. But this one here, I want to just push home. Everything hangs on this. Because this is an all or nothing. So what happens today is Adam Schiff has said that he will bring the report to life. Okay? Bring it to life. I said this yesterday. I want to focus on it one more time. Okay? Let me go with the big guns they brought in. Number 6. Trump rails against Mueller on eve of hearing. They've brought in Bill Kristol. Never Trumper. If you hate Trump, you check that off first question. But it says, those questionnaires to be on the show or be a contributor. If you said no to the first question, do not go any further. Yes. So House Judiciary is happening right now as we speak. That's the first one. Intelligence with Adam Schiffless this afternoon. So, all right. So anyhow, they want to bring it to life. Okay. Now, I told you this if you're watching. Democrats are going to praise Robert Mueller. Okay. Now, there's going to be pundits all day. When they go to break, they're going to run in like it's halftime. They're going to have a halftime report. I mean, they've got studios set up like you would not believe, like it's election night coverage. All right? So, the halftime report, they'll have guys like this. Let me get to Mueller. Don't go there yet. I know you're saying, well, wait a minute, what about the other guy with him? When are you going to talk about it? We'll get to that in a minute. All right? So here we go. Where's the one that has a picture of Mueller? I don't care. Just put him up. Find one of him. Mueller, any one I have. I can't figure out which one I have, where it's at. I had one earlier that you had put up. There you go. Number 19. All right, so what they're going to do today is they're going to praise, okay? Republicans are going to ask questions. They're going to praise, the Democrats are going to praise Mueller. He is going to be a hero. We're going to talk about him being a war hero, an FBI hero, an American hero, the true, this guy is the Captain America. They'll make him Captain America before the day's out. His military service as the FBI. This guy will be crowned. He will walk away with the Democrats. This guy will walk away with a red, white, and blue flag draped around his neck as Captain America. Just get ready. I've told you earlier, if you want to watch this garbage, they get 5 minutes. They'll do 3 minutes of praising him, how thorough. But then, why didn't you question the president? And every roundtable, the question we're wanting to hear, this is what I was hearing on CNN and all of them. It was no different. Go to number 2. All right, CNN, and they're all asking each other. The question we're wanting to hear answered by Mueller: why did you not question the president? Direct. Why did you accept him sending in written answers? And that's what they're going to go for that. And then they're going to say, did you clear the president of the United States of total collusion with Russia and his is this report a clear vindication? The president, here is somebody. Let's go to that website. Now stay with me. This is the Judiciary Committee. This is where he's at right now. So I want you to get a look. Josh, put the Judiciary Committee website up. Now, look to the left. We couldn't take every picture. There's your House Judiciary Committee. Look to the left. There's the chair, Bullfrog Nadler. Vice Chair, Mary Gay Scanlon. I think that's Scanlon, whatever. Pennsylvania. Going down. There's your Democrat members. Sheila Jackson Lee. Now, can you not wait for Hank Johnson to get his 5 minutes? And then you got Steve Cohen over there. Wait a minute. Isn't Cohen the bucket of chicken guy? They brought a bucket of KFC there. It was eating his chicken because somebody was chicken to testify. These are whack jobs. Our liberal viewers. This is my definition of whack jobs. Okay, going down a little bit. Okay, there you go. Eric! Will Eric be there today from California? He was a front runner in the Democrat presidential campaign, and he dropped out. Why, is this the guy that asked Joe Biden to hand the torch to him? And then you got David Cicilline from Rhode Island, real jackass. Have you ever heard Cicilline? And Ted Lieu from California, why, he'll be there. And there's the guy that there's Jamie Raskin. I like Jamie Raskin. Look, Jamie, I don't really like you, but I like when I see you on TV because, look, you're over 60. Don't you love those guys that try to pull that look off that I'm still in, you're over 60, dude. That, the Grecian formula and the whatever, Jerry curl or whatever. How racist is that I just say that you got going on? So anyhow, going down. There you go. There's the House Judiciary Committee. We keep rolling. There's Lucy McBath from Georgia. All right, there you go. There they are. Now let's go down to the ranking members real quick. There's Congressman Doug Collins. All right, now I like going down. I like all these guys. Louis Gohmert. And there's Jim Jordan going down. Okay. Matt, what's Matt's name? I can't see from Gaetz. Matt Gaetz from Florida. Love the guy going down. But that is the ranking members. They're the minority. So there you go. So let's go back up to Democrats really quick. So you're going to have some of these grandstanders that are going to be asking Robert Mueller, hey, high crimes and misdemeanors. Hey, do you think Mr. Mueller, a president, can be indicted after he leaves office? Do you think a sitting president? Now, they're going to ask the questions, so Mueller won't answer these, but they're going to ask them. Do you think some of these people are going to ask, did you vindicate the president? Why, that's all we hear is the president saying you vindicated him 100% in this report. Would you consider this report a vindication? Or here's the questions, do you consider that this report that you handed us is the guideline to go further? Did you hand us this report, going down there, Sheila Jackson Lee or somebody, or let's say Kentucky Fried Chicken man there, Steve Cohen. Did you hand us this report knowing that this committee should move forward with impeachment? Was this your intent? You're going to hear everything today from them. Mueller's not going to answer hardly any questions directly unless he goes rogue. He is a private citizen. He should not. He should stick to the book. But unless he goes rogue, he's not going to answer any of these questions. But they are going to take their day, right, and vindicate themselves, because it's all or nothing. They either totally lied, and they're going to do everything to paint a picture to the American people. They must continue this. Don McGahn we must continue this. We can't let this go any further. Now let's go on down here. We're going to have Doug Collins up, the bat. You know, there is the crazies of the left. For my liberal viewers, they're crazy as hell. Going down. All right, Doug Collins, Georgia, up a little bit, okay? He is the guy also that I say that when Republicans win back the House, Collins gets it. Let me say this, and I'm going to go out on a limb here. You know, I lead the league in going out on a limb. This congressman, newly elected, this is his third term, I'm pretty sure. I don't know if it's his fourth. If it is, it's my age that's going up. But this congressman, newly elected, went up to the Congress under Paul Ryan. We know how that Congress operated. We do. We know what Paul Ryan did. And you either towed the party line or bucked the system if you wanted to move up and really get the agenda you went to Washington to do. So if you went to Washington and you say you're a fiscal conservative and you want to beat everybody over the head, you went to Washington, you got nowhere. Now, I'm not upholding omnibus bills. But Collins knew, because there's something in my heart that says Collins says we shouldn't be spending all this money. But Collins knew when he got to Washington, he had to maneuver through the current of garbage that flows downhill to be the ranking member today. Now, he possibly would have liked to have been the majority member or the chair of this committee, but he's the ranking member, Congressman Doug Collins. My prediction or my hope is if the Republicans take back the House of Representatives, he is Speaker of the House. Absolutely. Not Kevin McCarthy. I hope he makes a run. Anyhow, Collins, can't wait to hear him today. Hey, Bobby boy, Bobby. I mean, come on, Bobby. Bobby, you know you got nothing. Collins will be on fire today. And I'm not knocking any of the Republicans. Go down. Louis Gohmert will be on fire today. Jim Jordan will be on fire today. Matt Gaetz will be on fire today. I mean, there's a lot of Republicans. They will be on fire today. You're going to hear crazy to the left, to the right. You're going to hear some very focused. I'd like to hear one of these Republicans say, you know, you found, I would like to hear the council say, and we're going to get off this and move along, but you know what, you found all of these people that you've indicted. Here's what I want to hear Republicans say. Mr. Chairman, go up to Collins, okay, where I can get Collins and Jim Jordan and them on one shot. And Louis Gohmert, what I'd like to hear say, Special Counsel Mueller, during your investigation, you did come up on other crimes, and your mandate is that you can't overlook other crimes. Now, this is the question I want. If you've waited all this time here, your mandate is you're not to overlook other crimes. So you feel there were 8 or 9 other people that committed crimes, and you've indicted them. You have some people in prison today that through this investigation, you did not overlook what you felt were crimes, And they are in prison today on things that are no direct connection whatsoever to your scope of work, but your mandate's not to just bypass a crime. That being said, how did you take these individuals and indict them and charge them when it did not have anything to do with your scope of work, but you did not bump into Peter Strzok? You did not bump into Nellie Orr? You did not bump into the FISA court warrants that said they were spying on the Trump campaign? You bumped into nothing. I want one of these guys today to say, can you not tell me how you bumped into nothing over here? Nothing at all. Because your mandate says, stay focused on this investigation. Stay right here. Come back to me. Stay focused. Your mandate says stay focused. Right here. Stay in this circle. But you cannot overlook a crime. You just, as law enforcement, you can't say, well, I'm investigating, but look at this over here. Well, let's forget about that, because if you see a crime, it's a crime. So here's the one question I want from Republicans today. Hey, you found these people over here out of the scope, because none of these people, Paul Manafort, none of them, Papadopoulos, you name it, not one of these people are indicted or jailed or convicted or jailed for Russian collusion, obstruction, Russian corruption in the campaign. Nothing over here. Michael Cohen, folks, the 10 counts or 8 counts off the top of my head, 6 of those accounts are because he's in prison today because of corruption through his little taxi business. And the other 2, they're bogus when they say campaign contributions. But look, Michael Cohen is a liar, a convicted liar to Congress, and he's in prison today not for anything connected to Trump and this investigation. But they found all these other crimes. Paul Manafort. I want a question from Republicans today to say, hey, how did you just bump into these crimes? But nothing over here. Nothing. I mean, throughout your investigation, you got nothing. The FISA court, Nellie, Hillary Clinton, any of the above. You do know Seth Rich is dead. What? I'm just saying. Nothing. You couldn't find a couple pedophiles over here on the left? Did you notice that Epstein's case is standing on its own merits? It was not accidentally found over. Now I know you're going to say, well, that's not what happened. These people kept pounding and pounding, and that newspaper down in Miami. Let me tell you something. I think Mueller could have bumped into a couple pedophiles over on the left while he was bumping into Michael Cohen and Paul Manafort over here on the right. Let's go there. That's the question I want to know. We're going to come back, one more segment on this. We're staying on this. And then we're going to talk about the new face of the Democrat Party in Georgia, Erica Thomas. Take us a break.
In 1981, Reed Nicholson began selling tires out of an old barn in Mineral Bluff. Little did he know that he had just laid the groundwork for the most trusted names in automotive services in the Blue Ridge area. In 1997, Nicholson Tire Center became what it is today, holding the same values of faith, family, and great customer service. 2 locations to serve you, and the Blue Ridge location is currently expanding to offer fast service and the largest U-Haul provider in Georgia. Nicholson Tire Center, Blue Ridge, and Mineral Bluff.
Hi, I'm Rhonda the Mattress Lady, and this is my husband Gary, owners of Mattress Overstocked in LJ next to Walmart. And we want to earn your business. From the time you walk in our door to the time we deliver your new mattress to your door, you will see the difference. Our selection and prices are the best in North Georgia, and customer service is our top priority. So y'all come on in and let us help you find the right mattress at the right price. That's Mattress Overstocked in LJ next to Walmart.
Circuit World, with multiple locations to serve you in Murphy and Franklin, North Carolina, Blairsville, Blue Ridge, and Ellijay, Georgia. Locally owned and operated since 1985. Appliances, electronics, and furniture. Name brand products like LG, Samsung, Dell, Whirlpool, Ashley, Catnapper, and more. No credit check, only 10% down on furniture, and only $10 down on any new lease purchase. Mention FYN10 for your special deal today at Circuit World.
Do you feel like healthcare has become too impersonal?
3 times an hour, I'll get you in, I'll get you out.
At Lifetime Medical Center, you're more than a number. We get to know you, not just your medical issues. Dr. Alana Kent is board certified in family practice and offers same-day appointments. She and her staff treat conditions from minor to chronic issues. Lifetime Medical Center, convenient to Jasper and Blue Ridge.
This may sting a little.
North Georgia Diamond is your source for diamonds in North Georgia.
Hello, my name is Chad Watkins. I'm the manager at Larry's Body Shop. We are a family-owned and operated business and have been serving the North Georgia area since 1978. We are located at 1216 Progress Road in Ellijay, Georgia. Our shop specializes in collision repair, and we work with all major insurance companies. Larry's Body Shop is ICAR Gold, the highest role of training recognized by the collision repair industry. It is estimated that only 10% of collision shops meet these standards. Our shop consists of state-of-the-art equipment such as laser measurement system, down-drive spray booth, spot and MIG welding equipment. All of our paints are mixed on-site so that we can guarantee your paint to match every time. I know that having an accident can be a stressful event. We take pride in making sure our customers are satisfied with the repair of their vehicles. Our waiting area is clean and comfortable with free Wi-Fi and refreshing beverages. So if you're in an accident, stop by and see us at Larry's Body Shop.
Ace is your healthful place for paint and home goods, tools, outdoor living, and lawn equipment. But did you know Ace Hardware of Blue Ridge is a little bit more? We have hunting rifles and accessories for your next hunting trip. We have Amish furniture imported directly from Ohio. And we have Ace Custom Woodworks for all your custom wood project needs, from cabinets to artwork. Ace Hardware of Blue Ridge, we have your new house in stock.
North Georgia Diamond is your source for diamonds in North Georgia.
Better days ahead.
The summer savings are too hot to touch at Dave's Chevrolet in Jasper. And every Chevy truck has a red hot price, like new Colorado Crew Cabs, over $6,500 off, or new Silverado Crew Cabs, over $11,000 off. You won't find a hotter deal on a new Chevy truck anywhere else in Georgia. The summer savings event going on right now at Dave's Chevrolet in Jasper.
Better days ahead. Days Chevrolet.
Find new roads.
We're back today, and today is a national holiday in America. It's the Mueller Report on Capitol Hill. The deep state corrupt corporate media, how have I been saying that? They're loving it. Oh my God, they've called in the big guns. So we're going to do one more segment. Mueller's up on Capitol Hill. I don't even want to talk about the never-Trumper that's with him. He is going to be sworn in. We'll go there in a minute. First, how do you get in touch with this show? There you go. There you go. Get in touch with the show, 706-889-9700. And there you go, chief@fetchernews.com. And there are all the social media ways you can follow the show. Now, they brought in CNN, and they're going to have them all day. They're going to do play-by-play on this. Let me just run it by you. MSNBC has all the big time. They brought in the big guns for this day. Number 6, Bill Kristol is in there. He is going to break this hearing down. All right. There's no way Kristol says we can give Trump a second term. Just can't happen. Number 8, there's Minka the Muskrat. Trump rails against Mueller on eve of hearing. There you go, Kristol. They're just smiling. There is number 9, Minka and Joe, Muskrat Love, Muskrat Susie, and Muskrat Sam. Lawmakers prepare to question Robert Mueller. And CNN has gone for the big guns. I mean, you know what? I know this is not nice, but if you're going to go to Watergate, and you're going to have a green room full of wheelchairs so you can wheel these old coots around. I mean, I know, like, that was mean. That was very insensitive. You're going to be old one day. Damn it, okay. If I get to where you got to wheel my ass around, just say, look, I got to go wheel BKP's ass around. It's facts of life. Anyhow, they brought in number 10. They got the wheelchairs over at CNN. They're bringing in the old dogs. They're bringing in professionals. Carl Bernstein, we hope he's sobered up enough for this segment. I know, don't go there. Just, it's my opinion. Then they brought in John Dean, number 11. Do your research, okay? No, that's not 11. Let's go to 12. 12 has his name there. He's a contributor, okay? They brought him. What will we hear today? Now, you were under the hot seat for 3 days, 3 or 6 days or whatever. What are we going to hear? So they brought in John Dean. Do your research before you libtards, okay, start screaming at me, all right, that I'm upholding a racist. Do your homework, okay, and make sure you really look at who John Dean is and why they broke into the DNC headquarters that night. Not to steal opposition research on Nixon. Nixon was going to kick anybody's ass he ran against. Opposition. They broke in to find the stuff on them that the DNC, I think I might have had, opposition research. Not to find, what I'm saying is, they didn't break in to see what direction, not like they knew. They knew the Democrats had the goods on a bunch of these low-life pieces of garbage that they would break. They knew Nixon was going to kick anybody's ass he ran against, and they wanted to make sure that, the prostitute list didn't come out and their names on it. I'm just saying that nicely, okay? So today we have, and they want to end with, now let's go to number 15. Mueller makes last-minute request for aide to appear with him during his testimony. However, an aide for the House Intelligence Committee told NBC News Tuesday evening that Zebuley will be sworn in for the hearing. Now, this guy is a never-Trumper, but he wrote the report. The reason it was last minute, my opinion is Mueller and the team knew, okay? They knew that if they come out 2 weeks ago and said the real author of the report is going to join me, it would have had 2 weeks of TV spin on both sides, right and the left, and who he is and how he's no good. Mueller knows he's no good, this guy is that's going to sit next to him today. Mueller knows this guy hates Trump. Mueller knows what happened, but Mueller did not write the report. You keep getting confused. He didn't write the report. This guy did. All right? For the first hearing, number 16, for the first hearing, Zebley will sit alongside Mueller as his counsel, according to Judiciary Committee spokesman. So the first one, he's going to sit beside him. And he's going to whisper, Mueller's going to go like this, and he's going to whisper, he's going to tell Mueller what to say. Now, in the House Intelligence Committee, that's shiftless, they're going to swear him in. So they can actually question him in the Intelligence Committee, all right? But if they'd have done it 2 weeks ago, folks, you know, if they had thrown the curve 2 weeks ago, right, then you know what? You would have had 2 weeks to blow this up, and Mueller didn't want to do that. Mueller just wants to bring him in and do his thing. Now, they want to go after next. It's all or nothing today. And they're not going to admit. So if you're sitting at home and you are the Republican that thinks they're going to admit today, and we're going to find out today, there's nothing else to do. You are so wrong. Okay? The Democrats are going to end the day, and the corporate corrupt media is going to help run the narrative that we heard so much from Mueller that we have to go forward. We have to impeach. Now, Don McGahn, number 4. With Mueller on tap, Don McGahn becomes the next target for the House Democrats. And number 5, there's McGahn, right? And they want him. They're going to file a lawsuit, and they're going to do anything they can to drag him in next, okay? Because remember, Don McGahn has 30 hours of testimony. I think it was 30 uncut hours of testimony in this report. So they're also going to use Mueller for, I mean, there's so many things there they're going to use Mueller and what they claim that proves why McGahn must be next. So it's all or nothing. Mueller, it's books on tape. Mueller will talk, so they'll have those sound bites. Okay? They will talk, so they'll have their sound bites. Republican sound bites will not make it through the media. All right? Will not make it through the media, period. And that being said, Don McGahn has to be next. Today will be their reason why they have to go forward, because they will not come out and say, we have nothing and this proves it. We just need to hear from Mueller. Okay, I'm going to take a little break because I want to get off this because Mueller, enough of Mueller, all right? We know we got to talk about it tomorrow, the next day, the next day, the next day. I want to come back and talk about Erica Thomas, and you're going to wonder why I'm making a big deal over it. But if you know me, I like to study the media. I like to see the hypocrisy of these people, and we want to look at Erica Thomas on the other side and why she should resign today, immediately, as minority Georgia House member. Take us a break.
In 1981, Reed Nicholson began selling tires out of an old barn in Mineral Bluff. Little did he know that he had just laid the groundwork for the most trusted names in automotive services in the Blue Ridge area. In 1997, Nicholson Tire Center became what it is today, holding the same values of faith, family, and great customer service. 2 locations to serve you, and the Blue Ridge location is currently expanding to offer fast service and the largest U-Haul provider in Georgia. Nicholson Tire Center, Blue Ridge, and Mineral Bluff.
Hi, I'm Rhonda the Mattress Lady, and this is my husband Gary, owners of Mattress Overstocked in Ella next to Walmart. And we want to earn your business. From the time you walk in our door to the time we deliver your new mattress to your door, you will see the difference. Our selection and prices are the best in North Georgia, and customer service is our top priority. So y'all come on in and let us help you find the right mattress at the right price. That's Mattress Overstocked in Ella next to Walmart.
Circuit World, with multiple locations to serve you in Murphy and Franklin, North Carolina, Blairsville, Blue Ridge, and Ellijay, Georgia. Locally owned and operated since 1985. Appliances, electronics, and furniture. Name brand products like LG, Samsung, Dell, Whirlpool, Ashley, Catnapper, and more. No credit check, only 10% down on furniture, and only $10 down on any new lease purchase. Mention FYN10 for your special deal today at Circuit World.
Do you feel like healthcare has become too impersonal?
3 times an hour, I'll get you in, I'll get you out.
At Lifetime Medical Center, you're more than a number. We get to know you, not just your medical issues. Dr. Alana Kent is board certified in family practice and offers same-day appointments. She and her staff treat conditions from minor to chronic issues. Lifetime Medical Center, convenient to Jasper and Blue Ridge.
This may sting a little.
North Georgia Diamond is your source for diamonds in North Georgia.
Hey folks, we're back. I'm your host, BKP. Good morning from the office, North Georgia's only live online morning show. Now, let me just say this, okay? We have, show everybody how they can get in touch with the show. Um, 706-889-9700, there you go. Now, let me just say this, okay? Let's put up, Josh, the angry black woman, Erica Thomas, number 20. And this is this little short, Cuban guy, a little short Cuban. I mean, he just went into Publix. He's a little short Cuban. He couldn't take it anymore. He went back, look, man, get in there. That says 10 items. You got 20. Get over there. So we know, let's put it like this, that she started crying, and she started crying. And she called the media, and she is going to blow this up. She found her white guy. Let's stay focused. She found her white guy that she thought that said, go back, a woman of color, to where you come from. So, not to take too much time on this, but this one we're going to go over one more time in a different way. This woman is now, I don't want to go too far with it, she is now, Erica Thomas, she is in the Georgia House of Representatives, she is the minority, the Democrats are in the minority, she is the minority leader, Democrat leader for the Georgia House of Representatives. She is the face of the Democrat Party in Georgia. I mean, if you are a Democrat member, if you're a Democrat that plans on running against David Perdue for Senate, if you are, what's her name down there? She ran for lieutenant governor. I'll come up with that in a minute. Look up who ran, who? If you are Sarah, and look up the mayor of Columbus, or former mayor of Columbus, Georgia. She is running. She's a lady. Get her name. Sarah, if you're Sarah Riggs Amico, if you are Sarah Riggs Amico, and you're wanting to run for Senate, you need to ask for her resignation today. Now, I don't know what the rest of the media will do, but I will, every single day that this woman does not resign, I will highlight her on social media, and I hope you will share it and help me go with it. The Georgia DNC, the face of the Georgia DNC, Erica Thomas, okay? Teresa Tomlinson, that's who. Okay, we'll go with that. If you are running for Senate, if you're a Democrat and you're running for any of the congressional districts, if you are a Democrat and you're running for any state Senate office, if you are a Democrat and you're running for any state representative office, you must come out and ask for her resignation. Not based on what she did, and that's where you're missing the point. We know what she did, but not based on what she did, based on the groundwork you laid as a party. And that's what Democrats don't do. They attacked Kavanaugh as Supreme Court justice, but don't apply the same rules to a Democrat that is guilty of what they attack a Republican for. So the point is, the president come out, okay, and the president come out and he said, put out a tweet, never mentioned anyone's name in Congress, never mentioned it, never mentioned who they are, never said nothing. But he did say Nancy Pelosi and the Democrats were being run by these 4 congressmen or members of Congress. Like whack-a-mole, all 4 stood up. Put them up. Can you get them real quick and then go back to this? All right. So immediately after the president tweeted that, okay, these 4 stood up. President never gave a name. Donald J. Trump never gave a name. Never said women of color. But the corporate corrupt media grabbed this and they rubber stamped. They rubber stamped these 4 names. They rubber stamped women of color. They rubber stamped, okay, racism. Everything. They rubber stamped from a tweet that had nothing. Now, President doubled down, as they say. Go back to, well, let's go here with this. Doubled down and said, hey, if you don't like this country, you can go back where you came from. Make it better and come back here. Oh, my God, the 3 of them, Tlaib, Priestley, and Cortez, are born in this country. Why, where would you send them back to? President just said, hey, if you don't like it here, go back to where you come from. Go back, make it better, come back, tell us how it works. Just something you just say it, all right? Go back. Media spun that out of control. Out of control, the corporate, corrupt media. Now, Ilhan Omar should be sent back. Because here's what another thing with when Trump called the Greenville audience patriots. Let me tell you the difference, the major difference between Trump supporters and Democrats. We research, We read. For the most part, we read. Those people showing up, we read. We research. We know that Omar, we're reading every day, has entered this country probably illegally through lies for asylum, lies to gain citizenship, and she probably should be sent back to her country, which is Somalia. We know that. That's what you get at a Trump rally. Now, they do polls and they talk uneducated. No, we read. Democrats do not. The 150 to show up for Joe Biden, they do not. They do not. Research. So that being said, then there was the go back where you come from. Then there was the Greenville chant. The corporate media, how could you say? I mean, this is the most racist thing according to them. We have concentration camps. This was despicable. This is racist. Nazi, Hitler. I mean, they ran it all down your throat. Where the president never said one racist thing. The corporate, if the liberals would slow down and think, and they'd put all the pieces together on their little chalkboard, they would see it's the corporate, corrupt media that ran this whole narrative. And then we got to the Greenville, North Carolina rally, and we got 13 seconds. They timed it. And they judged Trump that he didn't interrupt it. They judged him that he didn't say, hey, you need to stop saying that. 13 seconds of send her back. Oh my God, the white nationalist, racist, Nazis, send her back. That was directed at Omar. The people chanting that, no, Omar maybe is in this country illegally and is not legally a congresswoman. There's an investigation. But it blew up. Now, what did they need? Because the media, see somebody like Erica Thomas, go back to her, go back to the angry white black woman, number 20. See, the media was like, so are you telling, they have these black bow tie, Eddie Claude Jr. and Eugene Roberts, they have, and then they bring in Al Sharpton, okay, the major race baiter, Al Sharpton. They bring these people in and, you know, and Al Sharpton says, I've experienced people say to me, go back to Africa. And they don't know the hurt. So they did all this time on what go back where you come from, right? They put all this time, the corporate corrupt media, into how that hurt. If you're just a black American, how that hurt so bad, right? To where obviously there was some black Americans across this country looking for their opportunity. All they needed was a white guy. All they needed was to make the narrative up. Now we're going to go with this a little further. We did it yesterday. We're doing it again. This is the face of the Democrat Party in Georgia. So let's do the montage first, Josh. We played this yesterday. We're going somewhere different with this today. It's not all the same, you know, regurgitating the same thing. We're going a little different, staying focused on some things. Play the montage first.
I want to make sure that everyone knows that in any way am I backtracking on my statement or am I retracting on anything that I said.
He said, you lazy son of a bitch. You need to go back where you came from.
He said, go back, you know, those types of words. I don't want to say, he said, go back to your country or go back to where he came from, but he was making those types of references is what I remember. And that's when he said, and like I said in the thing before, that's when he said and made a reference to, go back where you came from. I don't want to say, he said, go back to your country or go back to where he came from, but he was making those types of references is what I remember.
He said, you lazy son of a bitch. You need to go back where you came from.
I want to make sure that everyone knows that in any way am I backtracking on my statement.
Okay, so we know today she made up the entire story. And we know the little Cuban dude, Eric, which is my new hero. I don't care if he hates Trump. I do not. I've been waiting my whole life for somebody to call somebody out that's been standing there with 22 items in the 10-item line. I don't care who you are. I don't care if you're Cuban. Don't care what language you speak. I don't care if you hate Trump. If you hate Republicans, fine. Good for you. Do whatever. But if you had the nerve to go back and say, I've had enough of people just jumping in line and thinking you don't have to follow any rules. So, that being said, moving along, we know Erica Thomas put her back up. Let's stay with her, number 20, until we get to the... All right, we know Angry Black Woman. First of all, she is a state representative, a Georgia state representative, okay? She is the minority leader in the House. So however many Democrats, she's their leader, okay? She was either using in the checkout line her black privilege, because if I would have played that tape a little longer, you can see where she's yelling that this white privilege thing has to stop, okay? Because she says to Eric, this white privilege thing has to stop. So she attacks him for white privilege, okay? So she's crying. So either she was using her black privilege or she was using her, I'm a state representative, I do what I want. Now, she said she could not stand on her feet long, so that's why she went through the express line. Okay, so she's lied about everything that happened. Now, did Eric leave and come back and confront her? Absolutely he did. But the confrontation, why she was in line, all the above is all lies. Now, here's the thing, is she called the media. She called this little presser in front of the store, okay? In front of the store. She wanted that out there, okay? In front of the store. She called the media. She spun this. They fell for her lie. They took her lie. They were going to run with her lie. Guess what? Eric said, you're not going to do with that. I think that's his name. He said, no, I'll show up and crash your camera day here of all these lies. I'm going to crash it because you're not going to stand out front here and lie. See, now, Eric doesn't show up, right? Pay attention. Eric doesn't show up and have the nerve to go say, that didn't happen. Guess what? She runs with it. Guess what? The Atlanta liberal media, they're all liberals, right? The Atlanta liberal media runs with it. MSNBC runs with it. This would have blown all up. She was looking to be a national black hero. She was looking to go on Morning Joe. Eric goes home. Now look at the side of this, folks. This is dangerous. This is why I've said it's dangerous. We can take the debt. I know. The country. We'll figure something out. We can take all these things. This is the dangers, and the scary thing that's happening from coast to coast, sea to shining sea, that scared the hell out of me. I'm just being candid. Eric doesn't go back. Not to Publix. He doesn't go back. He doesn't go to that press rally right there, or that press conference that she calls. He just goes home. He tells her off and says, damn it, you fat, lazy bitch, which we don't know if that happened. You lazy, fat bitch, get over in aisle 9. Aisle 7 says 10 items. You got it? I ever come in here again, I'll kick your ass over tonight. Whatever he says, okay? But let's say he went home. And he's watching it on TV. Let's look at it from that side. He's watching it on TV, right? Does not challenge anything. The little Cuban doesn't challenge anything, right? He goes home, he's watching TV, she's out there, she puts her crying video, she calls that press conference right there, they all show up, and she says, this white man, blah, 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 and he sits at home, he's eating Cheetos, and he says, wow, I didn't expect all that to happen. All right, good for her. He does nothing. This woman takes a total, complete, fabricated lie, okay? And she would be blown up. There would be days of coverage of this is what we thought. They'd get Al Sharpton. We knew this would happen. We knew this is the president. He incited this. His supporters, the white nationalists, racists at the rally, send them back where they come from. And you'd have the Al Sharpton and Eddie Claude Jr. and Eugene Robinson. You'd have them all in there, and they would say, see, that's the hurt we knew was coming from the Trump campaign. That's how we feel. Al Sharpton would say, I was trying to explain to you. And she would be, I'm telling you, this would have blew up. The media would have checked nothing out, and they would have loved this, and they would have run with a lie. This is Michael Avenatti. This is the Russian collusion. They run with the lies, knowing they're nothing but lies. They would have. So let's play the part. See, she calls all the, she calls all of them. Hey, come on up to this grocery store. I'll stand out in front of it. I will tell you how this white guy talked to me, told me go back to, I will get some fake tears going and think, I've never been to Africa. And this white guy just said, go back to Africa. And I'm thinking, what's he going to do next? Call me a spear checker or something? I don't know, man. It's just crazy. I mean, I don't care how mad you get to me. I really do not care, okay? This woman, in fact, she was telling lies. She's saying, this white privilege, he's called me a bitch, right? I swear to God, Africa, what am I going to do? All right, so go to where Eric's trying to talk to the media, like, hey, no. Let me tell you what happened. And it freaks her out because she knows her fame that she thought she was just going to go national has blown up. Watch what happens when she knows it's blown up. Now, we're not done with this. We're going different directions. Go for it, Josh.
Back in, went up to the lady, which I did not know her name, did not know her stature as a state legislature or anything, and asked her.
Sir, you don't get a spotlight. You don't get anything at all because you degraded me and you paraded me, and everybody needs to see your face on camera. Right? Yes, I know it's on camera, and everybody needs to know that what you did to me, and what you did to me as a woman that is 9 months pregnant, and you think you're going to get away with this? No, you're not. You are going to jail. And this speaks for every, oh no, I'm showing myself. This speaks for every black, brown, and any woman that's out there that's 9 months pregnant, and a white man comes up to you and calls you a son of, I don't care what you are. Yes, you are. If anybody comes up to you and calls you a son of it, I am facing the man that degraded me and berated me, and I'm not crying. No, I'm not. I'm standing right in front of you. And if you know how you made me feel yesterday, if you know how you made my daughter feel.
Back off before I call the police.
Call the police right now because they are looking for you.
I already talked to them. I already talked to them.
It's okay. I am so happy that you're here. And I'm happy that everybody needs to see this man that did this to me. And he thinks that he gets a 5 minutes of fame. You think that you're going to come up when you see police, when you see SB 46, you think you're going to come up here and get a spotlight? No, you're not. The only spotlight that you're going to get is everybody needs to see the man that did this to a woman that's 9 months pregnant.
Are you a state legislator?
Thank you. Nobody is here for you.
Are you a state legislator?
Thank you. We can continue my interview.
Would you like me to finish? How would you guys want to handle this?
I mean, we want to hear from both of you.
Yeah, we want to hear both sides.
No, I cannot believe that you would do this. And do you not feel bad? Do you feel bad?
You understand you're a liar?
I'm a liar about what?
Everything that happened.
Do you feel bad?
Me telling you to go back where you came from?
Do you feel bad about yesterday?
Did I say that?
Yes, you. Are you serious? Or you didn't say? What did you say to me? Then?
Is it on video?
What did you say to me?
I called you a lazy bitch.
Okay, that's all you
the worst thing I said.
That's all you said to me?
Yes.
Okay, because that makes you look better because everybody's after you now. So that makes you look better to say that.
I know what I said.
It's okay. It's all right.
The video knows what I said.
Okay, yeah, they all see it. They all see that you left out of the grocery store and came back.
I didn't leave. I took one step out.
At the end of the day,
no
you know
one
what?
kicked me out.
I'll let you have your 5 minutes.
Am I banned from Publix?
I'll let you have your 5 minutes of fame.
You got yours?
Have your 5 minutes of fame.
You got yours.
There you are. You know what? Thank you. You know what?
All right, I don't want to keep going because Eric explains he's from Cuba. His grandparents spoke Cuban. He is Democrat. He's not a Trump supporter. Doesn't like Trump. She blew up. Put that picture number 20 up. There she is. She blew up. Now, her excuse for having 20 items in a 10-item lane is what? 9 months pregnant, can't stand on her feet long. She's a liar. She's a despicable, disgraced liar. She says things like, you don't know how you made me feel. Remember, those are the catchwords, right? They did that. She watched all of the corporate corrupt media and heard the Al Sharptons of the world say, you don't know when we hear that how we feel inside. So she grabbed that one. You don't know how you made me feel. You're a white guy. She don't know. She don't know Eric's about to tell you she's not a Trump supporter. This lady's blowing it out of the proportion because she don't know Eric's about to say, I'm not a Trump supporter. I'm a Democrat. I probably voted for you. I hate Trump. I'm Cuban. My grandparents are Cuban. She don't know. She says a white guy come up to you. You can't just have a white guy come up to you. You don't know how to. See, she is angry because she called these and she says, you're not coming up here to get your 5 minutes of fame. No, Eric said, I'm not going to stand for it. You're just not going to roll over me. I'm not sitting on the couch and saying, man, look what happened. And the next thing I know, you're nationally on every corrupt corporate media TV channel out there saying how it made you feel to hear somebody say, go back to where you come from, right? But he goes up there, busted up. She can't stand in the grocery line because she's pregnant, but she spent more time throwing her the black finger, I know, angry black woman finger in your face, intimidating, okay, on Eric. He doesn't flinch. I got to give it to the dude, man. He doesn't flinch. Now, I'm not saying wrap this up, but let's put number 20 up and then go back to the other one. Let's see, wait a minute, what number is that? Yeah, let's go with number 23 and then bounce back to 21 and 20. Rotate 23, 21, and 20 as I look at this article. Now, everybody knows what you said to me in there. Everybody knows. Now, witnesses say Georgia lawmaker was the one who told man go back. The witnesses. Georgia Democrat lawmaker who went viral with the claim that she was told, go back where you come from at a grocery store, was actually the person who made the statement, a Tuesday report said, citing witnesses. Now, this came from an AJC article, but I'm reading it from Fox News. The Atlanta Journal and Constitution reported that a police report documented witness testimonies who claimed they watched the altercation between the state representative Erica Thomas and Eric Sparks. So they went in, the police, and they interviewed the witnesses that watched the altercation. They watched it. Thomas took to social media, which we know her, Erica Thomas, took to social media to claim Sparks berated her for using the express line with more than 10 items. At one point in their interaction, she claimed that he told her, go back where you came from. The phrase has been publicized in the media amid President Trump's ongoing feud with 4 progressive congresswomen. Sparks admitted, this is Eric, he admitted to calling her an expletive, maybe a bitch, okay? But denied Thomas's other claim. Gerald Griggs, Thomas's attorney, Erica Thomas's attorney, told the AJC that the officer's report does not tell the entire story because the 2 witnesses didn't hear the initial argument. So they're hiding behind the lies, and they won't come out from under the lies, okay? According to the AJC, a Publix employee told Cobb County deputy that she witnessed Thomas continuously over and over, tell Eric Sparks, go back where you came from. Can you not picture an angry black woman? Go back where you came from. But not from Sparks. Continuously, several times, just continuously. This is what an employee told the Cobb County deputy in his report. That Thomas right there, yes, continuously tells Eric Sparks, go back where you come from. But he never heard Eric Sparks say it once. The employee also told the police Mr. Sparks began to leave, but Miss Thomas kept running her mouth as she approached him. He was trying to leave. He just went back and said, look, bitch, get in aisle 8. You got 20 items. This is a 10 item. And she freaked. Oh, God, yes, she freaked out. And they got it. Sparks began to leave. He tried to leave. But Miss Thomas kept running her mouth, is the quote, as she approached him. Thomas reportedly told police that Sparks ran up to her with clenched hands in such a manner that it made me fearful for my safety and myself and my daughter. Lie, lie, lie. However, the deputy indicated in his report that Sparks, a Cuban Democrat, did not appear to be irate. A Cuban Democrat. Okay, the deputy. So let's call law enforcement a liar. Let's go after law enforcement, Erica Thomas. The deputy indicated his report that Sparks, a Cuban Democrat, did not appear to be irate, nor did I see him with clenched hands. In security camera footage. So the deputy is pulled, right? He says, hey, the camera's in there. Eric, I gotta give it to you, dude. I mean, why are you a Cuban Democrat? You seem like you got it together. We gotta talk, dude. Eric is like, he's standing there. It's like, oh, you can berate me all day long. You see, this is what happened in the grocery store, right? She attacked me. I did say, bitch, get out of the aisle. I did. Eric said, I did that, right? But he says, look at the camera. The deputy pulled the security camera footage, and his quote, Eric did not appear to be irate. He's watching the cameras. Now you got, look at her. She's the one, finger in the face. Angry black woman, okay? Did not appear to be irate, nor did I see him with clenched hands in a security. And she says, with clenched hands in such a manner that I was fearful for my safety. Liar, liar. This white man came up to me and says, you lazy son of a bitch, you need to go back where you came from. Thomas lied. All right, I think we have enough there that this lady, one, is just a bald-faced liar. And she's a Democrat. And she's the minority leader of the House of Representatives in the state of Georgia. And she contrived every bit of this hoax off of what the corrupt media, corporate media, told her to do to exasperate race relations in this country. She attacked a white man who she thought was a white man. She attacked white people. On and on with her lies and attacks. A hoax. Where is the outrage from Democrats across the country? Where is the outrage from the corporate corrupt media saying, look at what happened? Where is the double standard, or there is a double standard? Where's the coverage on the flip side of this hoax? Where is it at? Buried, nothing. Where is the exposure of how dangerous, I mean dangerous, you see what happened here. I mean, she looked like she ready to beat little Eric's ass. I'm serious. And what if Eric goes out now and there's some people that do beat his ass? Look at how dangerous this is. I'm serious as can be. I'm not joking around. Where is the Democrats pouring out that, hey, media, you cannot yell fire in a crowded theater? Where is the corruption media? Why don't we put these people in jail for inciting riots, inciting hate? It's a hate crime. This lady says the cops are coming. Why? She's going to tell them it's a hate crime against her because she's a woman of color. Where is the hate crime against me? I don't know how you accept that. Where is it? Where is the outrage for what the corrupt deep state corporate media, the Democrats, are trying to do to divide this country. Where's it at? Because let me tell you something. This stuff scares the hell out of me. Erica Thomas must resign today. I'm asking you to help me demand she resign today in the state of Georgia. I'm asking you to demand that she leave immediately. Because I'm going to tell you, she is the face of the Democrat Party in Georgia. Eric's owed an apology. All white people in Georgia, she needs to go to the podium, and she owes all white people in Georgia an apology. She needs to admit her lies. She needs to apologize to Eric, and she needs to resign immediately, period. Because I'm going to tell you something. If you're a Democrat out there and you're running for a state house, a Senate state house race, if you're a Democrat and you're running for a Georgia House of Representatives seat, if you are a Democrat and you're running for a congressional seat, okay, if you are a Democrat and you're running for Senate, that is the face of the Democrat Party in Georgia. So Republicans, conservatives, you in the 9th District, all of you GOP chair, okay? David Schaefer, I want you to tag David Schaefer in this, and I want you to tell David Schaefer what I said. Josh, I want you to write down GOP chair David Schaefer, which is a good man, and I really like him. I want you to write down that this is the face of the Democrat Party and that they need to run with it. It needs to be on everything. It needs to be exploded all over the state of Georgia. This is the face of the Democrat Party, and she needs to resign now. I'm your host, BKP. We only got a couple minutes. I got to take a short break to regroup. But that is the face of the Democrat Party, Erica Thomas. We will tell you every single day in Georgia. Take us a break.
In 1981, Reed Nicholson began selling tires out of an old barn in Mineral Bluff. Little did he know that he had just laid the groundwork for the most trusted names in automotive services in the Blue Ridge area. In 1997, Nicholson Tire Center became what it is today, holding the same values of faith, family, and great customer service. 2 locations to serve you, and the Blue Ridge location is currently expanding to offer fast service and the largest U-Haul provider in Georgia. Nicholson Tire Center, Blue Ridge, and Mineral Bluff.
Hi, I'm Rhonda the Mattress Lady, and this is my husband Gary, owners of Mattress Overstocked in Ella next to Walmart. And we want to earn your business. From the time you walk in our door to the time we deliver your new mattress to your door, you will see the difference. Our selection and prices are the best in North Georgia, and customer service is our top priority. So y'all come on in and let us help you find the right mattress at the right price. That's Mattress Overstocked in Ella next to Walmart.
Circuit World, with multiple locations to serve you in Murphy and Franklin, North Carolina, Blairsville, Blue Ridge, and Ella, Georgia. Locally owned and operated since 1985. Appliances, electronics, and furniture. Name brand products like LG, Samsung, Dell, Whirlpool, Ashley, Catnapper, and more. No credit check, only 10% down on furniture, and only $10 down on any new lease purchase. Mention FYN10 for your special deal today at Circuit World.
Do you feel like healthcare has become too impersonal?
3 times an hour, I'll get you in, I'll get you out.
At Lifetime Medical Center, you're more than a number. We get to know you, not just your medical issues. Dr. Alana Kent is board certified in family practice and offers same-day appointments. She and her staff treat conditions from minor to chronic issues. Lifetime Medical Center, convenient to Jasper and Blue Ridge.
This may sting a little.
Georgia Diamond is your source for diamonds in North Georgia.
Folks, we got 2 or 3 minutes here. I'm your host, BKP. We are back. We didn't close out the show. I know some of you are just hovered over the TV listening to Robert Mueller and his very monotone voice. And you're listening to all of the great Democrats throughout this day of what the corrupt corporate media has billed as almost a national holiday, okay? Almost a national holiday. So let's say this, all right? I told you about the Erica Thomas story. I want to say this before we go. Tomorrow, folks, listen. You know, I'm you're family to me. I'm actually dealing with 2 parents that are very ill. I won't go into details. At the same exact time. Same exact time. 2 parents that are going through a serious illness that my sisters and all of my family, they're setting up 24 hours a day and taking different shifts, okay? 2 are setting up all night to help, and just not to go down the details, but it is both of them are very ill. My sisters are exhausted. I went last week, spent some days up all night, 3 nights. I got to go back and help. And you understand that I do. But so I've got to run up, and I thank all of my great friends. So tomorrow we have something very special for you. Derek Grayson, the minister of truth. I met Derek, oh my God, how long ago? I met Derek several years ago during a campaign. He ran for Senate, U.S. Senate. And I met Derek, and it's funny, you know, he did not poll very high, and you know, a lot of the media did not follow his campaign. But he would tell people, if I get interviewed, I want BKP to interview me. Derek will be my guest host tomorrow. Great guy, really great guy. Does he see everything like I see it? No. It's America, folks. Does he see everything like some people out there that may be critics? No. Great guy. You're going to enjoy it. If you don't, I usually don't tell you I'm not going to be here because I don't want you not to tune in. You do not know what you're missing if you do not tune in tomorrow and listen to Derek Grayson cover this show for 2 hours. You do not. Can't stress it. So tomorrow, my dear friend Derek Grayson is going to be right here on the show for 2 hours. I don't know what he's going to say. Let me just tell you this, okay? And, Rick and Bruce do the show quite often. And I've had other guest hosts, but Rick and Bruce do the show quite often. And Rick will tell you, the very first time I called him up and said, hey, will you do the show for me? He said, hey, what can I do? What do you want me to do? What can I say? What can't I say? I said, whoa. This is freedom of speech. And now when I call Rick, if he'll say, every once in a while he'll say, what direction we want to go in? I said, really, you asked me that? So whatever I said, whatever you come down and do. And so that is it with Derek. I talked to him, hey, freedom of speech. So get ready. You're going to enjoy tomorrow's show. You really are. It's going to be awesome. Derek Grayson, my guest host. Now, I'm not going away for no long time. I just got a couple things to do. That's why I want to share it with you, the family out there, the audience. The other thing I want to tell you is go over to Team FYN Sports, our Team FYN Sports department. Now, Lauren Hunter is over at Team FYN Sports, and she does a Monday morning show, okay, at 10:10 every Monday morning live with Dave Garner. Right there it is, Dave Garner and Lauren Hunter. And I told Lauren when she came on board I wanted to do a complete series of coaches' preseason interviews. 20, 25 minutes. Some coaches want to go 30, okay? So if he hears this, we didn't have no 45-minute interviews because Coach Parker is not coaching this year. That's my joke, Coach. You know I love you. So, but we went and I said, Lauren, we want coaches' interviews. Preseason, all of them. And she worked very hard and got all that Cheatham. You will see a very nice preseason interview with Union Panthers head coach Brian Allison. You will see a very good preseason interview with the Dawson Tigers head coach Sid Maxwell. You will see a very good preseason interview with head coach Sorrells over in Lumpkin. He's a new head coach, great guy over there. Coach Sorrells. You'll see that in Lumpkin Indians. You will see a very good, oh my God, his name's Chad. Pull it up, White County football head coach, Josh. I got to cheat. White County Warriors head coach. Oh my gosh, just went blank. I knew I couldn't do 9. So let me get that one when Josh gets it to me. Sorry, Coach. You will see on Team FYN Sports Facebook page a very nice, let's see, I got head coaches interview. I got to do White because the last one I got to talk about. I know it's 10 o'clock, but did you get that for me? Tim Coakley. Sorry, Coach. I'm sorry, all right? I can't do all 9. So White County Warriors head coach Tim Coakley, great guy. Plus, when you see his interview, he's got his dog. Now, I did remember that, Coach. White County, you'll see that. And last but not least, you'll see a great interview with Coach Gentry over at the Murphy Bulldogs. Coach Gentry, 73 years old. Coach Gentry, Coach Carl Pickens. Yes, we talked about it. It's in the interview. Coach Gentry achieved his 400th career win. Coach Gentry and the Murphy Bulldogs, we talk about it in the interview, is six wins away from being the all-time winningest high school coach. Tied. He's 6 wins away of tying 7 of the record. So Coach Gentry is 7 wins away from being the all-time winningest high school football coach in North Carolina history. All of them. And he's the Don Shula. Once he passes that one, the next one, but the other guy's not coaching anymore, and the rest are so far behind. You'll find that interview. God, did I enjoy sitting down with Coach Gentry. All there on Team FYN Sports Facebook page. We're getting ready for football. Join us. I'm out. Tomorrow morning, do not miss Derek Grayson as he stands in and fills in for BKP. That would be me. I'll see you real soon. Take us out.